What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Glad to have you. Now in this video, I'm going to be going over my watch list for the trading week of January 10th, 2022. Let's get to it. All right, this week we're starting off with banks. This week begins the kickoff of bank earnings season, starting off with Wells Fargo and JPMorgan this Friday. And then next week, we're going to be having Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and Ally Bank. So you can track these individual banks, or you can track them all by using the XLF ETF, okay? Banks tend to run up until their earnings date, so keep all banks on your watch list for the next couple of weeks, all right? All right, up next is Merck, ticker symbol MRK. Now here I have Merck on the daily chart, and you can see right here, for the last month it's been on a nice push upward, and it's reached the first of two gaps that it wants to fill. Now it's not going to fill all of this in a week because Merck typically only moves around $1.60 to $2 in a day, all right? So just keep that in mind when you're watching this one. It's not a really fast mover, but it will move. All right, so Merck has earnings on February 3rd, so I'm watching this one to see if it runs up until earnings. The first resistance that I have it hitting is around $81, and if it blows through this gap right here, the next resistance that I see is around $83, okay? So I'm looking for Merck to go from $80 to maybe $83 in this upcoming week. So if you like how this looks, keep this one on your watch list too. All right, up next is Baba, ticker symbol BABA. Now here we have Baba on the 4-hour chart, and I have a lot of levels marked off on this one because it seems like Baba can't run very far before it hits another resistance level that it struggles to get past. But right now, these last two candles right here on the 4-hour chart is going to be all of Friday. So you can see it ran up for the first 4 hours nicely before it got rejected around the 134.50 range, before it sold off and ended up selling off a little bit and settling around $130, okay? Now for Baba, what I'm looking for this upcoming week is if it gaps up past this 134.50, then I'm looking for the next resistance level on it to be 137.20, and then the next one after that, 140.50. Now this is a very important range right here, because if Baba can get over $140.50, I don't see any resistance right here before it gets to the bottom of this gap right here, and that's a nice $8 move. So I'll be keeping my eye on Baba if it's bullish this upcoming week. Now Baba has a bad week, which China stocks tends to do sometimes, that if it gaps down, the first support level that I see is around 120, all right? So keep Baba on your watch list if you're interested in these Chinese stocks. Next up is Exxon, ticker symbol XOM. Now Exxon is part of the energy sector, and a lot of these tickers had a nice week last week. Now I drew off a consolidation range that Exxon may have a hard time getting through. You can see right here that it chopped around before it fell. But right here, I'm looking for Exxon to break through this one because they do have earnings next week. So if Exxon can break this resistance right here around 71.80, I'll go ahead and try to ride this one up until their earnings next month. All right. Another one that I played in the energy sector was MPC, and that is Marathon Petroleum. As soon as it broke out of this consolidation range right here, I hopped in this one and rode it up. Okay. Now, if you don't want to play any individual energy stocks, consider the ETF, ticker symbol XLE, and you can ride this one up and just get exposure to all of the energy stocks in this ETF. All right. All right, and the last one I'm going to be watching is Humana, ticker symbol HUM. Now, Humana had a huge sell-off last week, and you can see right here that they're concerned about Medicare Advantage problems lasting into next year. Now, last week, this is Humana on the weekly chart right here, and look at this huge red candle. It sold off all the way until it hit the 200 SMA before bouncing back up. So keep Humana on your watch list to see if it's going to recover or if the market continues to sell off even more. Now, if it sells off past this 200, that's around $355.50. If it drops below this, I'm looking for it to drop all the way down to $306, okay? Now, if it recovers, who knows how far it'll go up, but just keep this one on your watch list and play both directions, all right? And that is the end of the video. If you found value, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. Here's hoping that you have a prosperous trading week, and until next week, talk to you later.